We are very excited to finally get to bring on the famed Forex Shark today, the developer behind the fastest growing DeFi platform of 2021. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay, well, first off, Forex, your previous project, the Drip Network, has literally changed so many lives forever. What is this new project that you have for us?
Over the past couple years, one thing has become extremely apparent to our team, and that is the lack of quality, trustless, and decentralized lending models. Liquidity is important in all markets, but there's an exceptional demand right now for liquidity providers in decentralized markets. Our platform takes advantage of this demand by allowing our user base to trustlessly and effortlessly provide liquidity to decentralized liquidity pools and lend capital to decentralized exchanges as a way to earn passive cash flow and generate yield.
Got it. That sounds amazing. So now there's a lot of yield aggregation and lending protocols out there. So what makes this one different?
There are many aspects which separate us from the competition. Firstly, our decentralized ownership governance model, which allows our users to accumulate a share ownership of the platform itself, not just the native tokens. Traditionally, DeFi platforms pay out billions of dollars every year to the development team and founders through taxes and fees associated with the products on their platform. Animal Farm takes the same cash flow and instead pays it out to governance stakers who are earning the governance token through use of our products. This means Animal Farm is the only truly decentralized ownership, yield aggregating, and lending platform. Other platforms rely on their native tokens to allow their users to earn yield, whereas Animal Farm allows our users to earn yield in both BNB and BUSD without ever needing to sell our native tokens. On top of this, we have something called a decentralized supply control algorithm, which looks at demand for our underlying assets and regulates our emission rate based on this underlying demand. Other platforms blindly mint and blindly inflate the supply of their native assets, which leads to poor price performance. Animal Farm realizes that demand comes in cycles, and the best way to deal with a low demand cycle is by restricting the supply to allow for peak price performance. Animal Farm's decentralized supply control algorithm does this automatically without relying on some centralized figure to adjust the supply themselves. On top of this, Animal Farm gives its users a say in all key future decision making through its governance model voting system. This allows our users who have a stake in the platform to give their input on future partners, allocation of capital, and other important decisions through curated proposals that are put in front of governance stakers for their vote. There are so many more aspects that I could list which separates us from the space, but out of respect for our listeners' time, let me just end with two more. And I'll start with collateral rehypothecation. What this means is we are taking a percentage of all the collateral on our platform and using a low-risk lending model to lend that collateral to Pancakeswap and earn an additional 30 to 40% APY every year. What this means is an additional tens to hundreds of millions of dollars that we can pay out as a BUSD dividend to our governance stakers and ensure that we are leading the space in marketing and development. This allows us to fund our marketing and development budget without ever needing to tap in to user funds, which is traditionally done by other DeFi platforms. On top of this, we have a loyalty model. And this loyalty model looks at how users are spending their reward token and giving a variable tax on their transactions relative to this loyalty score. This takes cash flows, which traditionally are lost to the market, and instead redirects them to the users and stakers of our native assets. And when you have a model where your user base can earn a high dividend in both BNB and BUSD without ever needing to sell your native assets, and you're controlling the supply of your native assets with a supply control algorithm, you are set to have the highest price performance out of any yield generating token. And that is what we have developed with Animal Farm.
So I know that the governance token is live now. Can you go over the significance of getting to be able to buy and hold the governance token before the native reward token is launched?
Yes, the governance token is live now, and we decided to release it early so investors could buy and accumulate their share ownership before the platform goes live, so when it does go live, they will get their share of all the fees and taxes associated with people using the products from day one. Many people, especially in crypto, do not know how to buy value. Many of them get trapped into the trick of buying hype. And this is your opportunity to buy value by visiting our site and joining our social media to find out how you can get your hands on our governance token before the platform goes live and starts paying out high yield in both BUSD and BNB.
When people are staking their crypto, what token are they earning?
This is the beauty of Animal Farm. Animal Farm allows our users to earn as the super wealthy do, by accumulating assets and securing profit on those assets in the form of dividends. When a user utilizes any of the products on our platform, they have an opportunity to earn in the form of one of two assets: our native reward token or our governance token. The native reward token has a variable tax applied to it on transacting. The tax that is associated with a user's transaction is relative to their loyalty score. When this token is transacted, the tax portion of the transaction is swapped for both BNB and BUSD. The BNB portion of the tax is then sent to stakers of the reward token, allowing them to earn a BNB dividend while they are increasing their loyalty score, which in turn reduces the tax when they transact their dog token. Alternatively, a user can utilize the reward token to farm governance tokens. These governance tokens are what allows the users to accumulate a share ownership of the platform themselves, securing their share of all the fees associated with the products on the platform, a vote in future decision making of the platform, and all of the BUSD that is generated from the tax associated with transactions of the reward token. This allows our users to accumulate their underlying assets while securing a profit in BUSD and BNB dividends. This is how our users earn as the super wealthy do, by accumulating our underlying assets without ever needing to sell them to secure profit, as their profit is coming in the form of BUSD and BNB dividend cash flows. When users can secure profit in the form of dividends instead of needing to sell our underlying assets, it incentivizes users to perform in ways that allow for peak performance of our native assets. And this is how our tokens are designed to be the highest price performing, yield generating assets ever.
Now, it's important to address that the Animal Farm has a lending protocol that's pretty advanced. Can you tell us more about the lending?
Animal Farm makes low-risk lending effortless on our platform. It does this by taking the capital that is staked on our products and through a decentralized and fully trustless contract, lends it to Pancakeswap, where they utilize it to create markets. There is a high demand for liquidity providers in decentralized markets, and we take advantage of this to earn an additional 30 to 40% APY, which is used to pay out a BUSD dividend to governance stakers. This means when you use our products, you're not only earning our native reward token and our governance token, which allows you to accumulate a greater share of the platform itself, you're also earning a BNB and BUSD dividend. And through this unique lending model, we are able to pay the highest BUSD dividend of any DeFi platform in crypto.
I know you can't give exact financial projections, but what kind of earnings can people expect on average by staking their crypto and holding the native reward and governance tokens?
Well, no one can predict the future, but what we've done with Animal Farm is set up a series of unique incentive structures through our loyalty and governance model, which allows users to earn peak yield in the form of a BNB and BUSD dividend without ever needing to sell our native tokens. And when you have a system that allows users to secure profit without needing to sell the native tokens, and you have mechanics such as our supply control algorithm, which can restrict supply in times of low demand, you have engineered something that is truly unique and designed to outperform all yield-generating assets in finance, period.
This sounds like a pretty amazing opportunity to those who want to massively build their crypto stack. So essentially, this is an opportunity for investors to accumulate a share ownership of the platform before the full launch. How can people secure their ownership position on the platform today?
It's simple. You can get instructions right now on how to get in on our governance token before the platform goes live by visiting our site and joining our social media, where you will also get a chance of winning up to $5,000, which will be paid out on the day the platform goes live.
Awesome. Well, again, it's been a pleasure to be able to pick your brain and answer the questions that the community has been dying to hear about. Thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of luck on the Animal Farm launch.